Have you ever wondered how Red Bull Racing manages to consistently outperform their competition in Formula One? It's not just luck or chance, but rather the genius of one man who has become a legendary figure in the sport. With the new RB19 proving to be yet another success, let's take a look at the mastermind behind Red Bull's insane success. Red Bull's acquisition of the Jaguar racing team in 2004 may have seemed like a bargain at the time. With the team having struggled to find success under Ford's ownership, Red Bull took the reins and transformed the struggling team into a powerhouse in the sport. Under the leadership of Christian Horner, who has been at the helm since the team's first season under Red Bull ownership, the team has achieved remarkable success, with over 93 wins and 5 constructors and 6 drivers' championships. What's even more impressive is that the team has largely relied on drivers who have come through their own driver academy, proving that Red Bull is not just a drinks company, but a breeding ground for talent and a force to be reckoned with in the world of motorsport. But in Formula One, a good driver is nothing without a good car. And one man who has made Red Bull's machinery a dominant force is Adrian Newey. In the illustrious history of Formula One, there are only a handful of names that have achieved legendary status. The likes of Fangio, Lauda, Senna, Schumacher, and Hamilton will forever be remembered as some of the greatest drivers to have ever graced the sport. However, there is another name that deserves to be mentioned in the same breath as these legends, and that name is Adrian Newey. With 10 Constructors' Championships and 7 Drivers' Championships to his name, Newey has outscored them all and cemented himself as one of the greatest minds in car design and engineering that Formula One has ever seen. Adrian Newey is a name that has become synonymous with success in Formula One. In fact, if Newey were a constructor himself, he would be the second most successful in Formula One history, with only Ferrari having won more titles, albeit over a much longer period of time. While Newey exemplifies the phrase "success breeds success," he is also at fault for some of the sport's dullest periods. If you scroll through any social media site for F1 comments after a race in the last 12 months, you will see plenty of concerned comments from fans thinking Max Verstappen and Red Bull's domination is boring. But the reality is that dominating is the aim of the game in Formula One, and Newey is one of the best at doing it, if not the best ever. Verstappen's 2021 World Drivers' Championship ended a 7-year drought of a Newey-designed car not taking the sport's ultimate crown. The 2022 follow-up with the Constructors' title represented a real turn of the tide, and it is not the first time the 64-year-old engineer has changed the course of F1 history. Let's take a look at Newey's amazing achievement. Formula One is a sport that is always looking for a perfect balance between speed and spectacle. Adrian Newey's incredible engineering talent has certainly tipped the scales in favor of speed over the years, but at times it has come at the expense of spectacle. His partnership with Patrick Head at Williams in the 90s produced an era of dominance that was unparalleled, but perhaps not the most thrilling for fans to watch. Newey outgrew Williams when he couldn't rise to the Head's technical director level, so he joined McLaren as their new TD to design their 1998 car. If you thought Red Bull's Bahrain 1-2 victory with a 38.5 second gap didn't make for edge of your seat viewing last week, the debut of Newey's MP4/13 saw McLaren drivers Mika Hakkinen and David Coulthard lap the entire field in 1998's season opening race. McLaren's Newey-designed cars took 2 consecutive World Constructors' Championship wins in 1998 and 1999, and coincidentally or not, Williams hasn't won a championship since Newey left them. A relative downturn for Newey's mounting haul of trophies and championships coincided with Ferrari and Michael Schumacher dominating the sport in the early 2000s. But it also represented the start of his Red Bull relationship. The new team, formed in the ashes of Jaguar's brief F1 run, recognized the potential that bringing Newey on board would have. Red Bull Racing announced on 8 November 2005 that Newey would join the team from February 2006. As the technical director for Red Bull Racing, Newey faced a daunting challenge when he was tasked with designing the team's 2006 car. With limited time to make significant changes, the team got off to a rocky start, scoring only 2 points in the first 6 races of the season. However, as the Monaco Grand Prix approached, there was a glimmer of hope for the struggling team. David Coulthard, a seasoned driver who had previously piloted Newey-designed cars, managed to secure 3rd place and 6 crucial points for Red Bull. Despite the challenges faced earlier on, it was clear that the team was slowly but surely picking up steam, looking to recapture their success from the previous year. The following year saw the introduction of the Renault RS26 engine in the 2007 Red Bull car. While the car was fast, it suffered from reliability issues, leading to numerous retirements for both drivers. However, with the disqualification of McLaren Mercedes, Red Bull managed to secure 5th place in the Constructors' Championship, meeting their target for the season. As the team geared up for the 2008 season, Newey and Jeff Willis, the technical directors, set out to create their most intricate and advanced design yet. The hard work paid off as the team got off to a strong start, with Mark Webber scoring 5 consecutive points finishes and Coulthard securing a podium finish in Montreal. With fierce competition from Renault and Toyota, Red Bull was locked in a battle for fourth place in the Constructors' Championship. Through adversity and challenges, Newey and his team at Red Bull Racing never lost sight of their goal, to design and build a championship-winning car. After a lackluster 2008 season, the team's fortunes took a turn for the better with Newey's expertly designed 2009 car, which proved to be a game-changer for the team. With 1-2 finishes in Shanghai and the British Grand Prix, and a stunning hat-trick of wins at the end of last season, Red Bull secured a comfortable second place in the Constructors' Championship, setting the stage for even greater things to come. The RB6 car that Newey designed for the 2010 season was a force to be reckoned with, winning an impressive 15 out of a possible 19 pole positions, and proving to be the class of the field. With outstanding performances on circuits requiring a wide range of strengths, Red Bull went on to secure the Constructors' Championship, clinching victory at the Brazilian Grand Prix. But the team's crowning achievement was yet to come. On November 14, 2010, Red Bull won the World Drivers' Championship with Sebastian Vettel, making Newey the only F1 designer to have won Constructors' Championships with 3 different F1 teams. The RB7, built on the incredible success of the RB6, proved to be the clear dominant car of the 2011. With an astonishing 18 out of 19 pole positions and 12 wins, Red Bull secured the World Drivers' Championship for Sebastian Vettel on October 9, 2011, making him the youngest double champion in F1 history. Just a week later, Red Bull clinched the Constructors' Championship at the 2011 Korean Grand Prix, marking an unforgettable double victory. But the team's determination didn't stop there. Despite initial concerns over the car's superiority compared to the McLaren MP427 and a fierce challenge from Ferrari's Fernando Alonso, Red Bull and Vettel claimed the championship once again at the dramatic 2012 Brazilian Grand Prix. And the team's winning streak didn't end there. In 2013, the RB9 and Vettel dominated the field after the summer break, defending both the World Drivers and World Constructors' Championship in spectacular fashion at the 2013 Indian Grand Prix. Vettel even scored a record-breaking 9 consecutive wins from the Belgian Grand Prix to the season-ending Brazilian Grand Prix, cementing his place in the history books as one of the greatest F1 drivers of all time. Adrian Newey's tenure at Red Bull Racing continued to blossom as he extended his contract with the team, fending off a $25 million offer from Scuderia Ferrari. Though his cars faced challenges in the V6 engine era, including power unit issues, Newey's designs managed to secure victories and podium finishes almost every season. Despite setbacks like the RB11's lackluster performance in 2015, the RB10, RB12, and RB16 proved to be strong contenders, securing second place in the Constructors' Championships in their respective years. But it was the RB16B design that finally brought home the Drivers' Championship in 2021, with Max Verstappen at the wheel. And in 2022, Newey's RB18 proved to be an absolute force on the track, delivering Verstappen his second World Drivers' Championship and securing the Constructors' Championship for the Red Bull team. As Red Bull continues to dominate in the world of Formula One, it's clear that Newey's contributions have been vital to the team's success, both in the past and in the exciting future that lies ahead. Despite many decades of involvement in F1, Newey remains at the top of his game, and he has most recently helped play a role in Red Bull's title successes last season. Aston Martin's new technical director Dan Fallows worked alongside Newey for many years at Red Bull Racing. Said it was an eye-opening experience for him seeing how he operated. Fallows reckoned that it was Newey's mindset in not believing that he had the answers to everything that was central to him adapting so well to the changing nature of F1. Fallows explained, "I'm one of the fortunate people to have worked under Adrian and seen his methods. He has a very clear approach to the way he designs and develops cars, particularly from the aerodynamic side of things. We're all aware that it's a very non-compromise approach, very focused on small details. But I think one of the things that I've really enjoyed with him is that he lacks any kind of technical arrogance about him. He's very open to being told about things that he's stipulated or things that he's suggested that then haven't worked or there are better ideas out there, and that's almost irrespective of where those comments come from." There you have it, the one man behind Red Bull's insane success. What's your thought about Adrian Newey? Let us know in the comment section below.